Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name's Afnand Faiza, and I'm a student of English language and literature. Now, I'd like to take you on a brief journey into the emotional heart of poetry. My presentation, titled Poetic Expression, Express Your Feelings in Poetry. In today's world full of fast change, poetry remains a strong and meaningful way to express what people often cannot say in daily conversation. Poetry carries emotions, memories, dreams, and even protests in just a few words. It reminds us of the past, connects us to our roots, and gives us strength to face injustice. Through three powerful poems by an Indonesian female poet, Leni Marlina, started calling my mother's name across the time, the bridge that folds itself from my friends, and the words that cannot be spoken, we'll learn why poetry is not only beautiful, but also important for individuals and society. All of the poems have been published at digital platform in 2025 on online media of suaranegerinews.com. Firstly, in Calling My Mother's Name Across Time by Leni Marlina, it's deeply emotional and reflective poem about love, memory, and grief. The poet is expressing a deep longing and enduring love for her late mother. Even though her mother is no longer physically present, the poet continues to call her name and pray for her. The poem shows how love for her mother doesn't disappear with time or death. It transforms into something spiritual and eternal, like a prayer that never stops. The mother's memory lives on in the poet's heart and soul. It's quite powerful tribute to a mother's lasting presence in the heart of her child. Secondly, is The Bridge That Folds Itself from a Friend by Leni Marlina uses the metaphor of a folding bridge to express themes of uncertainty, change, and hope. The folding bridge represents as a path or life journey that once seemed stable but has become uncertain or unstable, possibly due to hardship, loss, or emotional struggle. The poet mentioned walking on it while the ground vanishes, symbolizing feelings of insecurity or a lost direction. Despite this, the poet turns to their friends with hopeful wish that their friends finds a clearer, more reliable path, one that leads to dreams becoming reality. This poem is gentle but etching, full of tenderness, instability, and quiet strength. It's about losing your own footing while still wishing solid ground for someone else. Thirdly, in the poem of the words that cannot be spoken by Leni Marlina explores the pain and longing of unexpressed feelings, especially those that are too deep, emotional, or difficult to say aloud. The poet wants to express something very important, perhaps love, grief, or a deep truth. But every time they try, the moment passes or something stops them, symbolized by the wind carries it away. Instead of speaking, they turn to silent prayer, hoping that somehow their feelings will reach the intended person or place where unspoken thoughts are understood and words become real. It's a reflection on emotional restraint, vulnerability, and the hope that feelings can be felt, even if they are never spoken. In conclusion, Leni Marlina's poetry powerfully illustrates how verse can serve as a vessel for memory, emotion, and resistance. Through personal grief, uncertain journeys, and unspoken truth, her words remind us that poetry is not just an artistic expression. It is a lifeline to our past, a mirror of our present, and a quick act of resonance. In a world that often silences deep emotion or rushes past reflection, poetry like Marlina's calls us to pause, remember, and feel. It becomes a form of resistance against forgetting, against indifference, and against the loss of our shared humanity. Poetry then is not only beautiful, it's necessary. In the end, poetry not just about beauty, it's about truth, and truth, when spoken with heart, has the power to heal, to connect, and to change the world.